One time for the babies on the south side, the east side.
Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's a Thursday. We've been waiting for this day all day. So we about to get it started. So you might as well come on in the room. We've been busy thinking about what we're going to talk about. And we decided that we want to give you something a little bit different today because we're going to go off our normal strip, give you a little something extra, give you a little something different. So first of all, before I get anything started, we want everybody to introduce themselves, tell you what they're about, tell you what platform you want to find them on, and because they may be doing something exciting that you need to know about. So let's meet who's here today.
Hi, it's Lawanda. How you doing? Welcome back. Glad to see you joining us. You can reach me at LJ Hopper at Facebook or Bubbling Brown Sugar on Facebook. I'm just happy to be here today. I'm happy to speak to you today, and we're just gonna have a good time, okay?
Well, my name is Marcus, and once again, I am very, very, very happy to be here. They always invite me, and I always feel like I'm at home. So I'm happy to be here. 2 Mondays from now, so next Monday, I have my own show, the No Friend Zone podcast, with my best friend Brittany. So look out for that. It's in the bio that you can follow that YouTube channel, and that's me.
I know it. And you know, I'm going to pick a bone with Mark today because I've been having some stuff on my mind.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about him. I got some stuff I want to just
Pick at him.
yeah, I want to just get it off my chest.
Get it off your
Get it
chest,
off.
I
then.
want to get it off
Get it
my
off.
chest. You know, we got a lot of things going on, and Wanda, she didn't even mention that she is actually a poet. And you know, hey, you know, you everybody has got some hidden talents and stuff that they don't even do, but they're good at it. And I just believe that everybody has at least one talent. Some got one, some got two, some got five, and some got even more than that. But you got at least one. And one is she gonna just demonstrate a little bit of hers tonight. We missing one of the young ladies tonight, but we told her sometimes you got to learn how to stand alone.
Yeah.
And so we miss her, but at the same token, the show got to go on. And so we here and we just want to share with you whatever we have. And hopefully that it can help you and it can make you feel excited about something and we can just get it started. So what I think we should do first is let Wanda do her poem and let everybody hear the gift that's inside of you.
Okay, I'm gonna read a poem. Since we talking about single mothers raising men, I thought about raising a man. So my poem is raising a boy to be a man. Raising a boy to be a man takes patience, endurance, and a strong hand. Raising a boy to be a man takes understanding, grace, and it's God's gift from heaven. It's heaven sent. Raising a boy to be a man may require you to allow them to grow and sometimes just stop, listen, and let them vent. Raising a boy to be a man may be done by two parents or even one. Yet you must know raising a boy to be a man by anyone is not easily done. It is often said that a woman can raise a boy to be a man, but I beg to differ. I know for a fact that she can. If you are raising a boy to be a man, be sure to nurture him and care for him and always remind him that he can. Let him know he can rise above prejudice even in moments of fear, like our ancestors rose even if he has to walk alone, fight, or even shed a few tears. He can face any obstacle that comes his way. He's changing from a boy to a man every single day. Raising a boy to be a man means teaching them that chivalry is not dead. Sorry. Raising a boy to be a man means teaching them that they got to get out of their own head. Raising a boy to be a man, I must admit, can be challenging at times. Yet when you raise them to be real men, you put a curb on crime. They often say it takes a village to raise a child. Have you seen the village lately? It's out of control and some are running wild. Stop, look, and listen to what it has done when parents allowed the village to raise their son. Raising a boy to be a man can surely be done, but it's going to take a lot of love, patience, and endurance. Not the streets, nor does it take a gun. Let's raise our boys to be men of value with standards and truth. If we refuse to raise our boys, then it's your grandchildren that might lose. And that's my point.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
snap.
Beautiful.
Snap. You gotta snap.
I keep telling you, there's so many gifts, and every so often, Wanda is going to share some of her gifts with us. She don't know that. I just threw it out there, but she gonna show some of her gifts because I've heard more than once, and I know what she can do. And I'm just going to chime in a little bit of that about because I'm seeing it done every day. I've had a conversation with a few friends of mine, and a lot of them, have raised children by themselves. And I'm kind of speaking from experience as well. But just a little bit ago, I looked at it to the blacknews.com, and it said over 70% of Afro American children is raised by a single mother. Large portion of them are males. I said I wanted to find a few males that you can identify with, and one of them, Jay-Z.
Why is Jay-Z?
Kanye West, Bill Cosby, Samuel Jackson, Shaquille O'Neal, Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson, his father died on the same day as his grandmama. Draymond Green, LeBron James, Charles Barkley, and Tupac. A few celebrities that you know of offhand that mothers did it.
Oh.
Now, we know some that ain't important as far as the celebrities and their names ain't on the Hall of Fames, but those women have raised doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and some of them has just raised respectable young men. So I know for a fact that it's easier when it's two. Because you find yourself trying to be on every role. You're trying to be a disciplinary, then you're trying to be the love, and you can only be a mother. And I know it's good when they can have both portions and they can see both sides of it, and they can have something to weigh it against. So the scale is not tipped all in one side. But at the same token, no matter what you do, because I've seen some good ones turn up to have some kids that wasn't so good. And I've seen some with both parents and they didn't turn out that good.
Yeah, me too.
I have seen both sides of it. And I'm just grateful that, regardless of when the man is not there, the woman still holds it down.
Yeah, I like that, and not to take anything away from any of those names in which you mentioned, but that's the Thanksgiving meal done. All the names you mentioned, it's easy to say a single parent mother raised all of those men to be the men that they were, but we know them as the Jay-Z. We know them as the Kanye West. But what about all the trials they dealt with before they became the Jay-Z or before they became the Kanye West?
Right.
And I think that's where it comes in that I don't think nobody come out saying I want to be a single parent mother. They just have to do what they have to do.
Right.
But with that being said, I just feel that it's extremely difficult for a single parent mother, so to speak, to raise a man, because I never feel that a woman can teach a man how to be a man. Never. I don't care how great of a woman she is, she can never teach a man how to be a man. Because just like a man, myself, I can never teach my daughter how to be a woman. I can never tell her how to be a woman. And a woman can never tell a man how to be a man. Never.
I disagree.
You can tell me what a good man may look like.
I can tell you, well, because I bore a man and because I had a man, because I was raised by a man, I think I could teach my son about men. I ain't gonna say I can teach you which I did taught my son how to change tire and stuff like that, and use tools and everything like that.
Attributes of a man. Yep.
And taught them about chivalry and stuff like that.
Attributes of a man. Love it.
I still say we can teach them, but that's what they need, the attributes of men. That's all you can give them. What can you give them as?
One thing about this, whether I'm 20 years old talking to a 60-year-old woman and she has so much more experience than I have, one thing she'll never know what it feels like to walk in the shoes of a man.
Yeah,
no matter how much you could teach all, because guess what? I could tell my daughter what a woman look like, what I would want. A woman should be able to do this. A woman should make a man feel this way. A woman should be able to do this. But it takes a mother or a woman to say, baby, this is what you got to do as a woman. As a woman, you got to cross your ankles like this. Now, I could say, girl, cross your ankles. But it's different coming from a woman. She say, baby, cross your ankles because you don't want nobody to think a certain type of way about you. Because I remember as a girl growing up, this is what happened. Because I remember as a girl, this is how I felt when I walked into the room and I didn't have that little clutch purse on my wrist and I went to the bathroom and girls make fun of me. Those conversations I can't have with my girls. And even if I did have those conversations, they wouldn't accept it the way it would come from a woman or from their mother. And I think the same thing goes for us being a man. There's a different type of conversation you can have with a man when you walk the shoes of a man.
Well, I think too that it almost go back to what you said, it take the village. And I don't care if you're a mother single or with two of you. It's gonna take more than the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got your children's now surrounded, and even then sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. But they have influences and positive role models and positive mentors. And most of all, you have kept them when it comes to getting the word. When you have brought them to a church and they have heard the word and something has fed them, because they say you have to feed your it said if you don't feed it, it will starve. So you have to feed your faith. And how do you feed it? You feed it by strong mentors, strong environment, strong words, strong discipline, strong and I think that a lot of that has been lost along the way. There's no more strong anything anymore. The mentors, you're scared of them. The churches, you're scared of them. So I mean, it's like it's so much you lose as the world has revolved. And that brings us to a lot of things that we're going to talk about today. Because when Mark said something, and it was a couple of weeks ago when we was talking about the man coming in, and and this woman is nagging him and getting on his nerve, and she ain't worrying about what kind of day he had and what he done fought and what he done went through and what it took for him just to get back home. And then when he get back home, she up in his face nagging. I thought about that. I'm glad to have him back today.
Okay.
I'm glad he here.
I am too. I am glad to.
Yeah, I feel like it's a setup. I'm ready for it, but I feel like it's a setup, but I'm ready for it.
Because you think about this, because just like he came in and she didn't address it, how many times when he came in and he tell her, baby, it's good to see you. How was your day today? What kind of situation did you have? Was the kids okay? Did you get tired of saying, stop, quit, come away from there? Leave that alone. Did you wash? Did you cook? Did you clean up? What did you ask me? What I went through? Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like a seesaw. When you come in and you looking for all of that affirmation, come on, baby, I'm looking for some of it too. Yeah. I done just slaved and cooked and tried to fix you a meal. Put it on the table when you got in. Have your bath water ready when you got there. And then when you get there, all you can do is, you ain't told me about my day. Hey, talk about my day. It works both ways. And just like you as a king and you want to be treated, you got a woman at home waiting on you to give her what she ain't got all day. It works both ways. And now we see sauce in this thing. And I know I'm a little old-fashioned and I believe in that raw treatment.
With that, but the thing about it is you want to be treated like a queen. But how can I treat you like a queen if I don't know what it feels like to be a king? You want to be a queen. The only way a queen is in the house if there's a king. So if I don't feel like a king or I haven't been shown what a king should look like or be treated like, how much you like a queen?
Well, first of all, we ought to been got those platforms straight in the first place.
There we go.
We ain't. That's right. I was just talking to I'm finna get way off the subject, and I ain't want to do that.
Go ahead, because this is some good stuff.
I
Right?
was finna get way off because this is was just talking
Timmy says
about.
she agree with you that you can't teach a boy how to walk in a men's shoes. And when I was saying that a woman can raise a boy to be a man, I'm saying that she know the avenues to get to, like with sons. You know what man you can get to talk to your son, or who to get to. I'm not saying she doing it all hands on herself, but I'm saying she know how to maneuver. She know who's the right person to put in their lives to, like you say, mentor or talk to them. Not just do it all on her own, but she's the raiser. Yeah. She's the disciplinarian. She's the person that's in control. So she know if she got to send them to a after school program, anything. She know which man and what person that she needs in their lives that they can benefit and grow from. Not necessarily saying I'm having him to pour into you, but that's what's happening. That's what I meant. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. That you got to actually know how to, as a mother, know how to maneuver. But go on with that, Evangelist.
No, I'm glad. Just speak it because you want to identify yourself and explain yourself, because I don't think that not even the two of them can do it and make it. Because I'm gonna tell you, you have seen two of them, and the kids is gone wild.
Oh, yes.
So at some point, you got to realize you do the best you can. You steer the car the best you can, and then you tell the Lord to take the wheels.
It definitely take a village.
Yeah.
In my children alone, I see more of my parents and my grandparents and them than I see me and my wife. So that's how I know it takes more of a village. It
takes more,
because you got to think about it. The things that the little that we have, we got from somewhere. Right. But when you still got the poor, the one that poured a little bit into you, they getting it from the source. And that's the problem. There's no more sources around anymore.
That's it.
And we trying to give the little bit that we have and still go to work, still try to go to school, still try to provide. We losing. We losing.
I totally agree.
And then a lot of them jumping the fence and going to the other side of the fence because they just looking at that. And then that's another thing too. They looking at that one parent. And they want to be just like that one parent, and they jump the sides of the fence just to get like them. And we got to be careful how we train up our children. We want them to be strong, but we don't want them to be us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want them to be us. We want them to be strong. So yeah. I have to be
that
careful.
brings me to something I was told today, but I'm telling you, all this stuff gonna bring up another subject, and I'm gonna get we gonna be on one thing all night if I don't move on, because I promise you, it's so much stuff we can bring right into this, because we hurting for men's. I mean, you know, they said how many, they said so many men's and so many women's and ain't enough men's. Yeah, it's a hurt. And if there's a man for every woman, that's why I don't know.
Why you single, huh?
Why I'm single.
I can tell you why she possibly be single.
Why she's single?
That's why one of my favorite stories. Seriously, one of my favorite stories is when a man, when he drowned to death, and they say, okay, you got to have your interview with God before you get into heaven. And he said, God, why are you forsaking me? He said, I did everything I was supposed to do. I went to church. I paid my tithes. I even told everybody else about you, but you forsaken me. He said, I even told people when they rolled past me in the boat, I told them, nope, leave me alone. My God gonna come save me. Then another person came on a canoe. I said, nope, my God gonna save me. And I drowned. He said, why didn't you come for me? Then God told him, I sent those people towards you and you turned them away. We get so caught up in what we think is supposed to be our blessing.
Yeah.
We get so caught up in who's supposed to be the good man. This the man I'm supposed to have, not knowing that the man that you turned around because he had his nails dirty was the man that worked on the car all day, and he was the man for you. But I don't like the way his nails look, so he ain't gonna be the man for me. Or this man got 2 kids. I can't be with him. But guess what? This man take care of his kids, which means that once I get with you, I'll show you how to take care of your family. But no, he got 2 kids. I can't be with him. But God sent them to you.
Yeah.
And then you ask God, where my man that he tried to get him to you, so he want him.
Miss B, you say he ain't paying all my bills. So he ain't my man.
You know, it's some things that you look for, and I ain't, you know, right. He may, but I just really believe me and God is in sync. I'm gonna know when he sent him. You know what I'm saying? there's a man and he's riding in the car and he's on the passenger side. He has no teeth in his mouth. I don't think the Lord is saying that's the one for me.
But he might have left his teeth at home and his car at home because he wanted to see if you want the real him.
A man, I'm going into the store. The man is totally, and he really, really homeless. And I mean, it ain't like where he was, it ain't like he didn't look homeless. He looked it. I mean, with the shoes, the clothes, I mean, everything. And he said, baby, you know, I've been looking at you. And I'm like, I know this is not what you.
There she go again. Now, that's
I just gotta know we on the same page. I gotta know. I'm like, Lord,
you know, some of them homeless people got money stuffed all up in their mattresses.
Yeah,
they got
but
a whole lot of stuff.
He gonna give me a sign. He gonna give me a sign. I gotta have a sign. Because you know, I asked the girls the other day, if you saw a man coming to you, what was the first thing you look for? Do you look for his physique? You look for his face? You look for how he walk? Or do you look for
personality? Don't walk down the street.
Well, what do you
gonna start with the physical?
So you mean like his build or something? You know, like what are you looking for? Because it's something that's got to draw you. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think it depends on where you at. Because I know a whole lot of men and women, you can ask the question, how did he or she get that person? But if they at work together all the time, they start to say, you know what? I don't care how this person look. I love that they make me laugh. Well, I don't care how the person look. I love the way they dress. You know what? I don't care how they look. I love every Monday they come in, they talk about how they took their mother out for dinner on Sunday. So that's the type of man I want to be with. So I think it depends on where you at. Now, if you walking down the street, I don't know none of that. You better look good. I don't know what you did on the weekend. I don't know what you did with your mama. I want to know that you look good. So, it depends on where you at.
Audience, if you're walking down the street, what would make you stand out to a person? What would make a person stand out to you? Chime in and help us out over here. And also, do you believe a single mother can raise a strong man? You can call us in at 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. We would love to hear your comments and your feedback on this. Do you think a single mother can raise a strong man? And what do you see in that person that's walking down the street that can catch your attention? For me, if I catch eye attention, it's something about the eyes that don't lie. Something about the eyes. If you give a person, because you know, you get twitchy eyes, sneaky eyes, lying eyes, backbite eyes. You get all kind of eyes. And for me, it's something about the eyes that catches my attention. If you catch my attention visually, then we can strike up a conversation.
Y'all both looking at each other anyway, then. Because if you walking down the street, y'all lock eyes.
No. This is the thing too. When you outside, you gotta look a person straight in the eye anyway. I'm the type of person that look you in the eye anyway because I want to make sure you know I ain't scared of you. Because a lot of time you see people coming at you down the street and they try to put the fear in you and stuff. So I like to be the one that looks straight in the eye.
Something that is so interesting you say that, and that goes all the way back to your first question of the difference between a woman raising a man and stuff like that. I'll never forget. I was 11 years old, and every weekend we would go to the market where you can buy video games and all that type of stuff. And there was a video game that I wanted, and my dad said to me, not my mom, my dad said to me, go over there and ask for that game if you want it. I said, no, you go ask him. He said, no, you go and ask him for that game. I went over there, had my head down. I said, sir, how much is this game? The guy was about to tell him. My father then walked over there and said, nope, don't tell him yet. Marcus, look up, look him in his face. Look him in his eye. That was the first lesson that I ever heard. Now, granted, if my mom would have said it, I'd probably, my mama telling me what to do. But because my father told me, look that man in his eye, I then thought, okay, this is what his daddy told him to do. He telling me to do this because he know what it would feel like if I go on through the rest of my life not looking the man in the eye.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a little different. Not saying a woman can't do it because, of course, the list prove it that a woman can raise a strong man, but it's something different about, like, for example, it's something different from a black man telling another black man, hey, this is how you should move, versus another man of another race got all the right intentions, but that same boy that you're talking to would take it differently coming from me. Right. He know what it feel like to go in the elevator and she clutch her purse. He know what it feel like when we go in the store and they automatically think I'm gonna steal. So they know that I know what I'm talking about. So I think that's what makes the difference between a father being in the household trying to raise that same boy versus a mom. And then we already know you could be the strongest black woman in the world. A boy gonna start to smell themselves and think they can get over their mother. But it could be a short man in the house and they feel,
That's
better
true.
let daddy see him, better let daddy hear you.
That's so true.
You know,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
the difference.
That's true. I agree with that part.
Yeah. I know it's a lot of stuff. I promise you, I got so much stuff that's boiling. You know, you said it's boiling. But you know what? I was talking to some ladies the other day, and it was like, when he take you out on it. Because for me, when I meet somebody, the first thing is I'm gonna look at is his face. You know, it's going.
I hope you do.
Yeah, I got to. You got to. If it ain't nobody, I can look. If I can sit with you and look across the table with you and enjoy that part,
Yeah.
oh, the other part, we ain't gonna even get to the other part. Hey, I got to see something inviting, and maybe hey, that may be where I'm like I am, but I can't. I was telling them if the first time if the first one asked me for a date, and he says we gonna split the check, oh, we finna have some issues there.
Oh yeah.
You don't believe in going Dutch?
No, I don't believe in that.
Not on the first date. Not if I asked you.
Oh yeah, if you ask me,
No,
that's
if I asked you
different.
on a date.
If I ask you, you better have said no, baby. We gonna get some park house sausages and
okay,
go
so
in the house.
question. So what if a woman asks a man now? Because they do it now. What if a woman asks a man
Woman
now, should she
ain't-
pay for it?
A woman ain't got no business asking you out.
And there it is. There was a problem again. There it is. We going
Should a
back-
woman ask a man out on a date?
If she want him, why not?
Yeah, see this thing. See, we done crossed way over. But if you go see when you take me out and you want me to pay 20 some $30, $50 on our meal, first thing I'm gonna look at you is you cheap. Second thing I'm gonna look at you petty. I mean, because you may not even enjoy the conversation.
So
you
if
may not
there's
even
some-
enjoy
so if
me,
there's-
and then we can leave there and say, you know, it was nice. It was nice meeting you.
So let me make sure I'm hearing this right.
Hear right.
So if
Hear
there's
right. Let me get
something-
closer to the mic.
So if there's something you want, okay, something you feel as if this can pour into my life, something that can be beneficial to me, you will not ask for it because you feel as if it's a man's job to approach you.
What?
All the qualities, all the boxes checks off. And you saying you would not say nothing to this man because a man's supposed to say something to you?
You
You just said God.
I guess that's why
you're
I'm
in connection
saying.
with God, right?
And maybe why I'm saying.
So-
because if I see somebody, it'll just pass me by.
Wow.
Your
That-
first time
and then
in a
you
walk
making
past
yourself unapproachable as well.
No, it's all you got. If you see me out and you kind of like, what's wrong with you? Come to me and say, what's your name?
That
How
man
you
wasn't even
doing?
thinking about you.
Yeah, well then I'm gonna come over there and say, what's your name?
Yeah, you was thinking about him, and he wasn't thinking about you because he probably felt a little intimidated by your strength, and so I can't say nothing to her, but you know you like it on him, and you're a little weak for him. You won't say
You'd be
anything.
surprised how much people watch now.
No, well,
I'll never forget. No one tell me what I used to do. Let me tell you what I used to do. What Bernie Mac say long time ago. Let me tell you what I used to do. I go to the bar and I see a woman like, man, she's very pretty. So I already got in my mind, if I think she's pretty, somebody else thinks she's pretty too. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna waste my money on her. I'm gonna let the guy buy her a drink, and then we got one drink. By the time we finish this drink, I'm gonna figure out should I buy you another one. So I was watching the whole time. You never know who watching.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
Lord.
know. It's probably a reason for this, but no, I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I haven't done it, but if I had to, I
You
probably
wouldn't have
would.
no problem.
But I don't even mind. If I'm going on the first date, I don't even mind paying because guess what? That might be the last date, and you ain't have to say you took care of me or I owe you none or I'm obligated to you or anything. And I'm not saying pay for us. I'm saying pay for me. If I go on a date and the vibe is not vibing already, I'm like, you ain't got. Don't worry about that, baby. I got this. I got me. You know, because I know I ain't coming back, and you ain't. This is it for us.
Well, even if
I want him to waste his money on me.
even if it's the last one, he gonna have gave me a good meal. Whatever it is, it
Um,
won't be done gave me a good meal out of it. You don't, I understand, honey. No problem. We ain't got to go back no more. But I have got a very good meal. I really appreciate you.
Temple say y'all funny.
Because I'm not. I'm. It. I no. We can't do that. It's just certain things. I just think, and I know if I. That's why I know there is somebody. And you said it's somebody for everybody.
Yes.
So when does it shift? So should he pay for
Shift?
you? So when should he pay? He should pay for you all the time, like
Wait
the
a
whole
minute.
relationship.
Wait a minute.
So he should pay for you the whole time. So there's not one time we gonna say, "Baby, I got this." Is that what you're saying to me?
What you mean? Shift? Ain't no shift in that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna be a whole lot of you by yourself. I see.
Ain't no such thing as shift.
You have
This
a whole lot
is
of Bobby
this
Womack.
is-
If you think
Yeah.
you lonely,
See?
wait till later.
Oh my
so
goodness.
you don't believe in, you know what? Let me take you out. Let me buy you a meal, baby. You don't
No.
believe in that.
No. If you can't afford to take me out, then just go to Fair Play and just get a loaf of bread and get you some Park
You know,
sausages
I
and come
said
on
the
home.
shift. Not the first date. I agree with you. The first date, if I ask
First,
you out,
second,
I should
third, anytime you want to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Just be prepared. Can you
Oh,
afford
Lord.
it?
And you know what?
No. Okay, then we ain't
And
going.
you know, and half the time, I'm being completely honest with you. And half the time, if a man goes out, he can afford it. And a good man won't even want you to pay for it. But it goes a
That's
long way.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it goes a long way if you say, "Baby, I got this one." That
No.
goes a long
And
way.
then what you do, you setting yourself up. But now he look for that type of stuff.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
Well, I'm not gonna mess with it, and I'm not gonna tempt him. 'Cause I'm not gonna tempt him. Because if I do it today, and then you think I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and the next, we ain't gonna. I had a girlfriend say she had went through some counseling, and she said, I'm gonna pay. And so the next thing you know, he wanted to pay car note, house notes, everything, and she was like, "No, you misinterpret that. I didn't mean pay all the bills. They had to go back to therapy.
No, see, that's somebody like I tell people all the time.
They
It
had to
takes
go
a
back to
very
therapy.
it
So
takes
sometimes them old people used to tell you start out with what you can hold out.
That's right.
Ain't no sense in you starting stuff if you know you can't do it. So I'm not starting in the first place. So you taking me out? All right, baby, I'll be ready. If it's coming down to my what you got on it, nothing. You can bring me, then you should not have brought me. You couldn't
we
pay.
just figured it out. This is why we didn't figured it
You
out.
you figured out what?
So,
We figured it out.
so if y'all in the house together, y'all married and everything like that, is that different?
No, because if
You better move on. To
if
that.
it's different,
You're
gonna
gonna be
be-
single for the rest of
ain't
your life.
gonna
Ain't nobody gonna
I'm
come
not
around
gonna be
you.
single for the rest of my
Oh,
life.
you will. I can tell you that right now.
No, see the problem.
Somebody calling, a man calling right now. So I was gonna date you, but I'm done.
No, what happened is if we in the house and now it has became we as one, I'll be handling everything. I'll be handling it. So I don't have to tell him to pay for nothing. I'll be giving, and even when we out.
Caller? Yes.
That's their way of thinking.
That is Tashika.
Miss Laverne. Yes, it is. She's gonna be single for the rest of her life.
I second that emotion.
I'm starting to believe y'all.
She should never have anybody with that mindset. You better get out. This is a new time, new age. You have to come on with it.
At least buy one meal, right? With a husband.
With the husband, with the husband, I'll have the money.
His money.
His money. So I'll have it.
You gotta work your way
So
up.
I have the money. And then when he get out to the restaurant, when he get to the restaurant, I will hand him the money and say, "Here, baby, pay for it."
So you giving him allowance on his own money?
Like,
No, I'm saying because he got to look.
Don't mind. And Wanda don't even need it. And Wanda said she don't mind at least approaching. Because ain't nothing wrong with stirring up a conversation. How you doing? It's a nice day, isn't it? Yeah, so what's your name? My name is Laverne. You have to start somewhere. Stop thinking you all that. You ain't no Beyonce. Ain't nobody gonna be walking up to you.
I know it wasn't. I ain't no Beyonce. Beyonce wish she had what. She wish she was working with something like me. Oh, I promise.
More years behind you than ahead of you.
Oh yeah, and you better believe Beyonce ain't even had a portion of what's here.
You better be. You better
I
be
know her
trying
Mr.
to-
Right somewhere saying, I know I'm Mr. Wrong. If that's what she wants, I'm good.
Yeah, and then we on live and she talking like that. She ain't never
Hey,
get
that's what I'm
nobody.
telling you. Start out. Start
You
out.
can't be
Don't
thinking
fool
like-
nobody.
You can't be thinking like that.
You can't fool your body. Do you know that even if I stay single for the rest of my life,
It's coming.
do you?
It's coming. Don't worry. With that mindset, it's coming.
horrible.
What they say on life, you
That's-
on deck
that
to
ain't
be
fine.
single for the rest of
The way
your
she's
life.
thinking, the way she's talking, she's speaking it into fruition.
You on
No,
deck.
I'm telling the truth. So if I was to tell a story, then I would be faking and be phony. But no, if I do get somebody, trust me, he gonna be like just what I wanted.
You agree with what Tip?
Lord have mercy. This ain't Mississippi. See, she got that Mississippi Clarksville thinking that these men just gonna walk up and take you down the street and take you to get you a good meal.
She gotta go to the juke joint for that.
And if to be honest, I done told her so many times, go to a Starbucks, sit down, and just observe.
Drink what?
These men out here, they is too qualified to feel like I gotta run up to you and say anything. These men now they're so developed and polished, and they retired.
These men now are better than you.
And they ain't even looking at you. They ain't looking at
they better than you. They don't even feel like they ought to do that. I got my own money. I want you to come to me. I'm looking in the mirror more than you. I got my nails done at the salon just like
Let
you.
me ask you a question. Flip it around. Isn't that everything you just said?
What?
As a woman, everything you just said with how these men feel right now, is that exactly what you just said you want?
No, but I'm saying,
Yeah. You say a man supposed to come to me. I mean, that's exactly what you just said.
I
want the one that got her stuff together. They ain't gotta put in have your stuff together when you meet me.
Yeah, it should be.
Go to the church where the single deacons at. Sit in the deaconess board.
Oh, I do.
And the thing is,
I do believe that. You know,
they ain't even looking at mama's age group. They looking at my daughter's group.
You think I don't know that?
So I have to.
So ain't no need of me faking with one. Ain't no need of me. I already know what they want. They want young. They want tenderonis. They want somebody that's gonna groove them and be able to flip and flop, hang from chandeliers and all that stuff. I already know.
You got what?
So what you think I'm finna do?
Get up one more chandelier in you.
Yeah, I probably got one more.
She got a lamp.
It's a select view.
She got a lamp.
It's a select view.
She got a lamp.
I probably got one more. I probably got one more chandelier left.
It's one of them table lamps. You got to turn the knob on.
Oh, y'all line up. I just wanted to see that single lady.
All the single ladies.
Hold on, Twan. Before you go, what time and day does Milk and Honey come on?
We come on every Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
All right.
Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Milk and Honey. Tune in.
That's a flash show, and next week we got some surprises coming.
All right.
You got a man for auntie? Is that the surprise?
Bring the dating game on. Bring the dating game on.
We gonna do like some balloon popping.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ready for my show. Let me not ruin Mama's show. I know she puts gospel in hers. And Jesus, it wouldn't be.
Oh Lord,
I said, Lord, have mercy. Anyway, I love y'all.
Love you too.
Enjoy the rest of your show.
Right,
hello, Earl. Hello, Wanda. Love y'all. Love you. All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh God. Well, we got it right from the daughter's mouth.
Click off.
Oh Lord. Oh God, that is so funny.
You
to
know
me.
what? We stayed there too long, but
That was good.
Because
to
there's
me.
two things we want to hit on before we leave today. Because normally we never ever talk about politics, because I always think that when it comes to politics is one of the things that is I actually don't care a lot about it, because now the politicians, they comes up in churches and they speak for 5 minutes, changes your service, changes your times just for them to say a few words. Then after that, they're gone and you never ever see them again until it's voting time again.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of that, because I think that the church ought to be a church of worship.
Right.
And if you're not coming there for worship, then you ought to you ought to make a date and a time for you to do your speeches and all of that stuff at another time. And I know this election has brought so much history with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I heard the vice president speech. It was very classy. I think she ran a classy race. I think that she was never resorted to anything rude, nasty talking, getting ignorant and stuff. And I can always appreciate that. Because some things, and I'll say this, and I don't even want to apologize for it. Some things happen the way it's supposed to happen. And some things has happened and it's with purpose. Sometimes we lose our way like the drowning man. It wasn't that you didn't know how to swim. You just lost your way to how to do things. And sometimes there have to be something stirred up in order for you to get back on board, to get back in place. We've lost so much along the way. We've changed so much. We cracked so many doors. And then now, all of a sudden, it might be something to shake us, to bring us back to family, bring us back to love, bring us back to the religions, bring us back to the things that got us here in the first place. Yeah. He said, never ever despise your small beginnings. And I think that somewhere along the way, we got caught up with diamonds, caught up with money, caught up with prestige, caught up with all of this stuff. And we lose it so much. They say, we famous, we important. But what did you lose to get there? Don't never lose your identity. One of the men said the one thing that you don't want to lose in anything is yourself. And what we do, and a lot of this politician, and we get involved in it. It was a man, and if you guys ever get a chance to look at it, it was G. Patterson. A man showed a clip of him talking about how when you let the politician get into the religion, it changes everything. And now you start to having a set thing of what you can't do. They're ruling, they're guiding, and you cannot do that, because we should be set apart. We should be a peculiar peoples, and we should not be. And the only thing that bothered me in this race, that in voting, I think if you put a woman in charge, anything gonna get it right. Women can get it right.
Yeah.
But I do think in the middle of all of that, they wasn't ready for it. She's black, she's a woman, and all of those things, a lot of people ain't ready for. And at the end of the day, they might as well get ready, because they here, and they here to stay. Mark, I know you got something. What you got to say for this historical life after the great political race?
As it relates for me, whether you want the person won to win or lose, I feel just as the sun went down when the election date closed, the sun came up in the morning. So rather, whatever it is you was doing for your personal life, whatever you was doing for your family, continue to do it. I think the only thing that's most disheartening to me that I felt that I dropped the ball somewhere when I was reading how women somehow took the result of the election as a reflection of this is how America look at me. So, and it has nothing to do with Trump. It has nothing to do with being Republican or Democrat. It has to do within your own community that because of what the results of the election was, you now look at yourself and say, the world will never accept me, or the world will never be ready for me, or they never think I can be a leader. That means Trump didn't do nothing wrong. That means I did something wrong that you can take. You did your part. You went to the ballot. You voted. You did whatever you did. The result happened, but yet and still you saying they're not ready for me. That means someone in that community did something wrong. And it had nothing to do with Trump, Republican, or whoever. So that's the most disheartening thing to me. It has absolutely nothing about Republican or Democrat.
Amen.
It was more disheartening to know that that's how women view themselves now because of the result of a political campaign.
They were saying a lot of times they were saying, "Well, she ain't qualified." Well, when Trump got in the first time, he said he didn't need to be qualified. He gonna pay people disqualified. So I mean, that was never an issue, no point. And and like I said, most of us, and I don't know, I did. It's too many people's had died for that. I mean, we have peoples that got killed because they was trying to make my next generation don't have to go through what I go through. They next generation wouldn't have to be behind or being where they be demanded and being fought for. No. So exercise your right, regardless on who it for or what it was for. Exercise your right to that.
I agree. Because that's what got to me is some people say, I don't like neither one of them. Neither one of them qualifies, so I'm not going to vote. And you don't go out there and vote. You and all our ancestors, we standing on their shoulders and we telling them that what they fought for was for nothing.
For nothing.
And then the truth, you do your own research. You don't let society choose for you. You do your own research. You choose, but exercise your right. Don't just give it up and throw it in the air. That's why they're able to take prayer out of schools and all that stuff, because we just throw our rights up in the air. And then right now people are losing hope. Well, we're not gonna have this, and we're not gonna have that. Now, so y'all put this man got a certain amount of power, but he don't have all power. Don't give him all your power. You still got to keep hope alive. You still got to continue to, like you said, do what you've been doing. The sun came out today like it did yesterday. So we still got to live. We still got to keep moving. Yes, we got to go about, be obedient to the government and stuff like that. But you still got power. You still got your inner power and everything. And then another thing, like you said, I don't agree with churches combining politics. I believe that when you start combining politics with inside the house of God, you making that a business. It's no longer just a church, but it's a business, because now, because you put them there and brought them there, and they going into the community and in the church's community, you looking for something. They ain't just coming speaking and everything. You either looking for a vote, they looking for a vote, and you looking for a donation. You looking for something. It's not just happening. So now it turned into a business. So I just think that we have to reevaluate our own self and reevaluate why we choosing the things that we're doing as a society, as a whole, and as individuals. We got to be the one to make the changes.
Exactly. And I think that one of the things she said was, your fight has to continue. This should not be, whatever was important to you, whatever was the grounds you stand on, this will not change.
Yeah.
And you have to realize at the end of the day, whoever it is, we still eat. I still go to the same store. Still, come on, nothing change. So I don't want to go over anything like that, or just we want to wrap up everything. I did have another bullet point to go by, but I promise you, Mark coming back, because sometimes we want to eat him up, don't we? Yeah, I mean, hey, I love people.
What was your
Let's give him a fair fight. We didn't talk about him behind his back. We wanted to say, we wanted to bring him back so we can talk about him to his face. We want to get him good. But any last points that you guys want to bring out before, if you want to talk about something, stay on something, or whatever you want to do, just do that right quick. So before we finish up everything.
Like I just said, I just want everybody to stay hopeful, stay prayed up, and just know that you have the power. You still have power, and trust in yourself. Because a lot of times we don't even trust ourselves. Trust yourself. Trust that first mind, that first thought, and just keep moving. Just keep moving. Yeah, we just got to keep moving. Don't stop moving. Physical, mentally, spiritually, all of that. Keep moving.
Amen.
I like that one. I'm a firm believer. You'll never win if you never play. And you can put that and you can draw that towards anything in life. You'll never win if you never play. You'll never be successful if you never try it. So with everything you do, have faith in yourself that you can actually do it. And what's the last thing? Oh, on the 18th, Monday the 18th is when I start my own show. So make sure you tune in. the No Friend Zone podcast. No
Y'all
friend
hear that?
Zone. No Friend Zone.
The No Friend Zone podcast comes on Monday the 18th at what time?
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock
Yeah, you know, Mark loves
on the
this stuff, don't he?
IntellectualRadio.com.
He love this stuff. You know what? My last and final thoughts is pretty much is like you guys. I love this stuff. I love talking. I love feedback. I love. I'm not a person of a lot of confusion, but I love the challenge thinking. So make me challenged, and I want to challenge you because at the end of the day, we got a good thing to do. I looked at the story. You know, if you think you're going through something, there was a man. He went in the room and he said, "God, this burden is just too hard to bear." And he said, "Well, go into the room, get you another one, and come on back out." He went in the room. He said, he came out. He had the same one. He said, "Why did you bring the same one back out?" He said, "Well, I looked at all those others. I'm gonna keep my own." So sometimes your problem ain't as bad as you think.
All right.
Have
Well,
a great night.
have a great night, everybody. And help us get Miss V a man, all right? Have a great night.
You gotta help yourself first.